Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you.
Hello and welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. Thank you for hitting play. I am so happy that you are here. You guys see this title of this podcast, and I specifically named it, Dude, Chill. Because sometimes this is the reminder that we so desperately need. And it is something that I am always reminding myself. So if you know me in my personal life, I always talk about if I were to get any tattoos, I would get a tattoo that reminds me that I am just a speck of dust in this universe. It's actually the center of my vision board for 2026 that says, like, you're floating on a rock, you're a speck of dust in this galaxy. And I even have right next to me, if you're watching the video version of this, I have like all of the planets. I love reminding myself that I am so tiny, that I am so insignificant. And when I do that, honestly, it grounds me so much. Because when we are in that headspace where we're overwhelmed, we're overthinking, we are in anxiety, we are in anxiousness, we're in frustration, we're upset, we're pissed, all of that. A lot of times we are in that place because we are thinking about all of the things that are going wrong in our life, all of the things that are, not going well, whatever. And I think that it is so important for us to actually take a step back and fucking relax, okay? Allow yourself to let go for just 10 minutes and realize that all of the problems that you have, they are valid. I'm sure they're valid, but you can choose to let them go at any point in time, okay? There are over 8 billion people in this world right now. There are over 8 million different species walking this earth right now. There are over 7,000 different languages being spoken right now, okay? I know that our problems feel like the biggest thing in the world. They feel like the end all be all, like it's going to be the earth-shattering end of the world type of thing, okay? I get it. I completely understand. But there is no amount of anxiety, there's no amount of frustration, there's no amount of that experience that you're currently having that is not going to change what is going on. It's really not. And if you want to change the experience that you are having, if you want to solve a problem, you need to come at it from a different energetic place. And that's why I think that it's so important for us to actually get aligned energetically and start connecting on a deeper level to this bigger source, to this bigger and something that's bigger than us, which is the universe, which is source, which is God, whatever that you personally believe in. When you are getting connected with that, it allows you to let go of some of those problems, some of those worries, some of those doubts, some of those anxieties, and know that you are being guided, you are being led. And every single experience that you have had up until this point has shaped the version of you that you are today. And you can relax in knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and you don't need to continue to spiral. Being in that survival mode, being in those states of anxiety and frustration and everything, what that does is it's actually changing the way that we show up. And that survival mode, it does not support us expanding, okay? It's actually contracting. So when we get into that survival mode, what happens to our experience, what happens to our bodies is that our frontal lobe is actually starting to get turned off, and our focus is actually starting to narrow, and the only thing that we are focused on is survival, okay? So that means that we are missing out on so much of life because we are in that specific frequency of just survival, of just like getting to the next thing that's going to help you get rid of the feeling that you are experiencing. And that place, it does not allow you to connect with all of the other things that are going right in your life, but it also doesn't allow you to connect with the potential opportunities that are always around us at every point in time, the miracles that are happening around us at every point in time, being present to what's actually in front of us. When we go into that survival mode, our breath becomes more shallow, our decision making does not become more clear, it actually becomes blurrier. We start to take action without actually thinking through all of the other things that we need to. And we're not in this place of creativity. We're not in this place of expression. We are not in this place of connecting with others. We are just moving through the motions. We're on autopilot. And it is not the place where you're going to create that life that you want so badly. If you're listening to this podcast, you're here because you want more alignment. You are here because you want more out of your life. And getting more out of your life is not going to happen when you are in that experience. So I want you to really take a fucking second, relax, like actually chill, man. You are okay. Those problems are going to be there in a couple minutes from now, tomorrow. You can deal with them then. If you need to, just allow yourself to disconnect for a moment and reconnect with what's actually truth. And that is what is in your experience right now. Connect with gratitude. Go outside. Go take a deep breath. Like, go do the things that you know are actually going to ground you and help you get out of that experience, because then you're going to show up and solve that problem with so much more clarity and just from a higher place where you're not in the experience, where you're not in that frustration and that anger. And it truly does make such a huge difference. And then you're able to see everything from a different perspective. What I love to do whenever I get into these spaces where, I'm not really feeling like myself, I'm just feeling a little bit off, I'm feeling a little bit disconnected, I love to do small things that allow me to get reconnected with myself. And that looks like the most basics, like getting down to basics, okay? Sticking to morning routines, cooking meals, cooking whole foods, making juices, like getting outside, going for more walks, being out in nature, like allowing myself to indulge in more things that just bring me joy instead of that productivity. And I'm telling you that when you start to make those small changes and shifts, it really does shift the way that you're showing up, and it supports you so much more than anything that you could be doing. I also love to get connected with myself and actually ask myself, okay, if I'm freaking out about something, what am I freaking out about? Why am I freaking out about it? Who can help me? Who is the wisest person that I know that can support me through this so that I can, realize that it's going to be okay. Honestly, the biggest support system that I have in my life is my man, Ty. Like, Ty is so supportive whenever I'm going through those moments where I'm in a lot of stress and I'm really overwhelmed. Like, he will literally sit down with me for 30 minutes and help me write out everything that I'm worried about, what I need to get done, all of the things that are overwhelming me, and he'll help me get organized. And having someone like that in my life is truly a lifesaver, because I don't have anyone else really that I can go to that would do that without me having to pay them. So I really think that just going to somebody who can really support you in those moments and they're not going to make you feel worse about it. I've made the mistake many times to go to people when I am feeling overwhelmed and tell them about my overwhelm, and then they just start sharing about their overwhelm, and now our overwhelm has doubled, and it's not supportive at all. So you have to be intentional about who you are sharing these things with, and having boundaries as well, I think, is very, very important, because you do not want to welcome in anyone else's energy or just anyone's energy when you are in that space, because you're in a space of overwhelm. You're in a space of, fragility in a sense. And you need to be so careful about who you go to, how you approach these types of conversations, but just allow yourself to chill out, okay? You're literally floating on a rock in space. And every single time that I remind myself of those things, I am always like, okay, it's going to be okay. Like, we're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. If it's not something that you're going to worry about in a couple days from now, then fucking let it go. Like, if you are so stressed and you're so freaking out about a specific situation happening, know that whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And once you've already done what you needed to do about it, that's all you can do. Sitting there and worrying about it is not going to change the outcome. So take that time that you need, actually check in with yourself, ask yourself what's going to support you the most. Maybe take a day where you're just doing things that bring you joy. I love doing that. I do not do it enough, but when I do, I show up so much better in my relationships as a mother, and I think that it changes so much. So fucking chill, okay? And allow yourself to chill. You got this. You're going to be all right. And if you ever need support, the perfect space for that is Tranquil Minds. Like, that is the community where they have my support with what is going on in their life. And if they need something, they know that they can always go to that chat and say, hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm second guessing this, or I'm doubting this. And I'm there for them. And it honestly, like, it's so beautiful. Plus, it's not only me there for them, it's everyone else in the community that's there for them too. And if I'm not able to respond right away, someone else is. And they're like, hey, when I'm feeling this way, this is what I do. And it's the most beautiful, supportive community that you could ever be a part of. If you want to get inside, you can go ahead and click the link down below. It is $44 a month. It is the most accessible way to work with me that I've ever had and will ever have. So if you're looking for more support and you truly just want to embody that experience of just letting go and actually being present and enjoying your life more than you are currently, I want you inside there and I want to support you. So go ahead and click the link down below, get inside, send me a message on Instagram, and I will celebrate with you. Or if you just want to have a conversation about it, I'm always here for you as well. And we can chat a little bit more about all the details. I've got you though. If you need anything, please reach out to me. And I appreciate you for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.